very, very emotional time for anyone when the loss of a loved one. But the gift of life is important too. Someone in your family may die, very, very unfortunate. But there's a chance there too. So it's a chance that we don't want to miss. So discuss it, think about it. And thank you very much.
I also want to thank the Sheraton Hotel. As we're moving from community to community, we needed help with the hotels, and they were kind enough to provide accommodations while we're here in Toronto. And I also wanted to thank members of the Toronto District School Board. That's your board, and especially Deborah Kujar and Suzanne Ledoux and John Smith. And your principal for helping to make this arrangement, Mr. Trotter. Our next guest speaker, I'm also very proud to say that I've been working with for the past couple of years now. And I think his mission is pretty well the same as ours, and that's when we decided to become, I guess, for lack of a better word, partners. Because he has the same vision, the same dream. He wants to ensure that all Ontarians receive organ transplant, and his agency is doing everything they possibly can. And I'm very happy and proud to announce the next guest speaker, Mr. Darwin Keeley. Please give him a round of applause.
Proud to be partners with George Marcello and the Step by Step organization. I tell you why. They represent something that we all search for, and that is good motives and good direction in life. As I look into your faces up in the balcony and across could look back and be the way you are today. But as your principal pointed out, today as we meet here, in Ontario, there are 758 people on the waiting list waiting for an opportunity to live, waiting for an organ. And the unfortunate thing is by the time we reach December of this year, over 120 of those people will have died waiting. Last year, we had 143 organ donors in Ontario. So you can see the gap is very, very large. We're talking about people who suffer from kidney disease, or liver disease, or heart disease. Things of which any of us could be experiencing to think about the gift of life. You know, Christopher represents courage and strength. He's 13 years old. He has a dream, he has a wish, but he represents much more. He's here this morning on behalf of 1,758 people who want to enjoy life and enjoy the things that we enjoy. That's not going to be possible unless there's greater awareness of organ and tissue donation in the province. We ask you, we ask your friends, not only to make a decision about the gift of life, more importantly, to discuss it with your family. You see, only a very few people who died to be donors. Only those who received what we call the brain death, and that's less than 1%. It's usually people who've been in fatal car accidents. That's the largest majority. And it's a very traumatic time for a family to be asked about the option of the gift of life for one of their loved ones. We know that when the wish is shared, almost 80% of the time, the family will say yes. But it's very important. You must sign the card, but more importantly than signing the card is having the discussion with the family. when you make the decision, communicate it with your family. Look around when you're leaving today. Look at how fortunate you are. Sharing Christopher's dreams. Christopher really wants, for him, for those 1,700 people, the opportunity that you are living every single day. Say yes to the gift of life. Have the compassion, have the courage, and have the discussion with your family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug. Before I bring Chris up here, I'm going to talk a little bit about him, a little bit more. He loves Blink 182. He loves, how many Blink 182 fans here? He loves hockey.
Hi, my name is Christopher Knowles. I am 13 years old. I need a liver transplant. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. I have a wish. My wish is to walk across Canada to help the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. Please tell your friends and family that you want to be a donor. When you turn 16 and get your license, please sign those cards. Please don't take your organs to heaven. God knows we need them here. And I'd like to thank the town of Toronto and Bloor Collegiate School for attending my press conference.
Here because this guy, Chris, is one of my heroes. He's one of my heroes because he decided that he could change the world. He decided that he had power and that he was going to put his power to work for good. You know, the Ministry of Health in Ontario spends $28 billion a year in Ontario trying to keep people healthy. But already we see that in Chris's situation, we haven't been able to help because there are certain things that money just can't buy. And one of those things is a precious organ. And I think that this is a real opportunity to get a demonstration of leadership and learn a little lesson from someone who's young, but whose age is no barrier, because he decided that he was going to take everything that he had and turn it into power. And he delivers us all a very, very powerful lesson. And it's the lesson that says you can change the world in one step at a time. In the introduction, the word honor was used, and in my title is the word honorable. But all of the honor that I feel today is the opportunity to be associated with his good works and to stand in front of all of you to say that we have a great healthcare system in our country, that Medicare, our system of public healthcare, is the best defining value of Canada. But each of us has a role to play. Each of us has a role to play in how healthy we are individually and in how healthy we are as a society. We smoke too much. We eat too much. That's my problem. Sometimes we don't exercise enough. And there are all things that we can do to help ourselves be healthier. And there are other things that we can do too, and Chris demonstrates that to us. We all take the steps that we can to be a healthier society. We have many great things going for us in Ontario. We got some challenges too, and some of those problems, healthcare problems, we bring upon them ourselves. So look for the opportunities to be healthier, help create a healthier society, and support the acts of individual leadership by young men like Christopher, and follow his lead and find your own power. I'm looking forward to walking a few blocks in the soggy weather of Toronto, and I'm looking for the opportunity too to see him at other stops on this courageous journey by a young man who I'm very honored to be here with, and a young man that I'm very honored to call a true leader and a hero of mine. Thank you so much. From my boss, Dalton McGinty, Christopher's Wish, Day 30, Toronto, Ontario, February 2004. On behalf